Hello everyone. So in today's video we will be solving 2025 PGT paper which was conducted by APPSC. So obviously this paper contain both literature and grammar part. So we will be skipping grammar part for this session, and then we will just be sticking to the literature portion only. So let's get started. ओके सो यहाँ पे जो क्वेश्चंस है इट इज़ मिक्स्ड, तो आपको ग्रामर वाला जो सेक्शन है उसको इग्नोर करना है बिकॉज वी विल बी ओनली सॉल्विंग द लिटरेचर पोर्शन ओनली. ओके सो द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन सेज what is the name of Milton's heavenly muse in Paradise Lost, right? So option में है यूरेनिया, टाइटेन, मिशेल एंड सिन, राइट? सो यहाँ पे क्या करेगा, आई वोंट बी डिस्कसिंग द डिटेल, I will be just sticking with the answer. Okay, so the answer is urania. So urania is the muse which Milton has evoked in Paradise Lost. Next, okay, these are all grammar. Okay, next question says choose the correct chronological order of following Shakespeare tragedies, right? So शेक्सपियर का यहाँ पे ट्रेजेडी आपको दिया है एंड देन आपको इसको क्रोनोलॉजिकली अरेंज करना है, राइट? सो सी सबसे पहले तो अगर आपको सबका पब्लिकेशन डेट याद भी नहीं होगा बट स्टिल आपको याद रखना है कि यहाँ पे जो आंसर होगा वो रोमियो एंड जूलियट से स्टार्ट होगा बिकॉज रोमियो एंड जूलियट जो प्ले है जो the play Romeo Juliet, it was written before Hamlet, Othello and Antony and Cleopatra, right? So it has to be Romeo Juliet, Hamlet, Othello, Antony and Cleopatra. So this is your answer. Next. Okay, who did Orsino marry at the end of the play Twelfth Night, right? So Twelfth Night का जो प्ले है उसमें ओर्सिनो जो है किसको मैरी करता है एंड में, तो इट इज़ Voila. Okay, so Voila is your answer. The Comedy of Errors is set in which city? So it is set in Ephesus. Okay, so it was set in Ephesus. Jonathan Swift was a, so Jonathan Swift जो क्या poet था? So was he Anglo-Irish? Was he Anglo-Greek? Was he Anglo-Scottish? Was he Anglo-Saxon poet? So he was an Anglo-Irish poet. Next. सो यहाँ पे एक लाइन दिया है एंड आपको रीड करके बताना है कि ये कौन सा राइटर जो लिखा है, राइट? सो लेट मी रीड द लाइन. ही बर्nt हिज फिंगर्स एंड टू कूल देम ही अप्लाइड देम इन हिज बॉडी फैशन हिज माउथ. सम ऑफ द क्रम्स ऑफ द स्क्रॉच्ड स्किन हैड कम अवे विद हिज फिंगर्स फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम इन हिज लाइफ, राइट? तो ये लाइन जो है कौन लिखा है, राइट? सो ये लाइन जो है इट इज़ टेकन फ्रॉम द वर्क ऑफ चार्ल्स लैम्ब. ओके, सो दिस इज़ अ वर्क बाय चार्ल्स लैम्ब जिसमें ये लाइन आपको नज़र आएगा. Okay, next question. Who did write the essay The Indian Jugglers, right? So Indian Jugglers is an essay written by William Hazlitt. Okay, William Hazlitt has written this work. So the answer is supposed to be William Hazlitt. Next. Dash novel was written in 1927 employing the stream of consciousness as a narrative mode, right? तो आपको याद रखना है मिसेस डैलोवे एंड यूलिसिस जो है इट वाज पब्लिश इन 1922 एंड देन हाउ इट लेट, ये जो एक माइनर वर्क है आई डोंट नो अबाउट दिस वर्क ऑनेस्टली, बट 1927 में जो एक स्ट्रीम ऑफ कॉन्शियस का एक बहुत ही फेमस नॉवल आया था दैट वाज टू द लाइट हाउस. ओके, रिटन बाय वर्जीनिया वुल्फ. Next, the play Waiting for Godot has a, so the Waiting for Godot has a two-part. Okay, so it has a two-part. Next, what is the character name of James Joyce's literary alter ego in Ulysses? So it's Stephen Bloom. Oh, sorry, Leopold Bloom. Okay, so Leopold Bloom is the answer. Okay, next, beauty lay not in the thing but in what the thing symbolized is Thomas Hardy's novel. So ये थॉमस हार्डी का कौन सा नॉवल से ले गया? सो इट इज़ टेकन फ्रॉम द टेस्ट ऑफ द दर्बरविल्स. ओके, दिस लाइन अकर्स इन द नॉवल द टेस्ट ऑफ द दर्बरविल्स. नेक्स्ट, pick the work of Samuel Johnson, right? So Samuel Johnson has written a novel which was a dictionary of English language. So this is your answer. ये जो उसका टाइटल का नाम था, A Dictionary of the English Language. The New English Dictionary, the New World ऐसा नहीं था, it was a dictionary of English language. Okay, the character Polstub appears in dash dash and plays of Shakespeare, right? So Polstub is a character. Give me a second. So Polstap is a character that appears in कौन कौन सा plays में. So इसमें है the Polstap appearance Henry the Fourth Part 1, Henry the Fourth Part 2 and the Merry Wives of Windsor. Okay, so this is your correct answer. Next, what is the genre of the work A Modest Proposal by Jonathan Swift, right? So Jonathan Swift was an Irish writer, and then the work A Modest Proposal was a satire on the Irish government. Okay, so it is a satire. Next, how many years did Robinson Crusoe spend his desert island? So he has spent 28 years in desert. So you have to remember the exact year. Next, Aisha, a 2010 Indian Hindi language romance comedy drama directed by Rajshri Oja, is adaptation of Jane Austen's novel of. So Aisha जो एक movie है जिसमें सोनम कपूर was the character. So it was the adaptation of the novel Emma. Okay, so it was based on the novel written by Jane Austen named Emma. Next, which play of Oscar Wilde was banned in London in 1892 while rehearsals were underway? Okay, so it is Salome. Salome was a play by Oscar Wilde which was banned in 1822 while 92 while the rehearsals was going on, and then this play was very banned. Next, things fall apart, the center cannot hold. So this work, this line is taken from William Butler's which work? So it is The Second Coming. Okay. Next, who is the writer of The Hairy Ape? Okay, so Hairy Ape is the work written by Eugene O'Neill. Next, where did the Harlem Renaissance start in early 20th century? So Harlem Renaissance started in early 20th century in Africa. Who is the author of the confessional poem Dedi? Right, so Dedi is a beautiful poem written by confessional poet who is Sylvia Plath. Who was appointed as a United States Poet Laureate in 1858? So it is Robert Frost. Okay, John Keats was born in London. Next, okay, these are all grammar question. Okay, we have a question from literature here. Okay, the first Nigerian writer, Sri Ben Golden Okri's novel Dash won the Booker Prize in 1991, right? So it is The Famished Road. Okay, The Famished Road is a beautiful novel written by Nigerian writer Okri, and it has also won Booker Prize in the year 1991. So it is The Famished Road. Okay, To India, My Native Land was written by. So it was written by Henry Desrosiers. Henry Desrosiers has written this patriotic work which was To India, My Native Land. Next, who won the first prize of the poem titled Kali in the Old India Poetry Competition in 1990, organized by the Poetry Society of India in collaboration with British Council, right? So it is Rukmani Bhaya Nair. Okay, Rukmani Bhaya Nair has won this very title for the poem Kali. Next, it's a line, you have to read it. You want to talk about love and despair and the ungratefulness of children. A man is no use whatever then. Name the Indian female writer who wrote the stanza in the female of the species, right? So it is Gauri Deshpande. Okay, Gauri Deshpande has written this work for her mother, and then वो वर्क में ये लाइन जो अकर करता है. Next, which Indian writer is called the Jackie Collins of India, right? So Jackie Collins of India is none other than Shobha Dey. Next, who are the other two characters in the drama Nalini by Nizam Ezekiel who revolve around the main character of Nalini, right? So it is Bharat and Raj. Okay, Bharat and Raj. Next, love looks not with the eyes but with the mind and therefore is winged, Cupid panted blind, right? So ये Shakespeare का play Midsummer's Night में होता है, and then this is a line uttered by which character? So it is Helena. Okay, Helena is the one who uttered this line. Okay, next. Dash is a style of literary work that presents a realistic view of the world while incorporating magical elements, right? So it is magic realism. Okay. See, आपको whenever you get time, please go through the question paper properly, because in this video I'm just sticking with the answer. I'm not giving a I'm not doing a detailed analysis on the question paper, right? So आप इसको you will get the question paper on the website as well. आप उसको देख के कर लीजिए. I got this question paper and then I'm doing is just to do analysis on the question and the sticking to the answer only, no. So next question. Mamangdai received Sahitya Academy Award in 2017 for the work, right? So it was The Black Hill. Okay, she has got Sahitya Academy for her novel, which is Black Hill, and it is set in Mishmi Hills. Okay, next question. Funeral Night was written by, right? So Funeral Night was written by Kinpom Singh Nongkrim. Okay, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong, but this person has written this work, Funeral Night. Next question. Which of the following literary work is not written by Walt Whitman? Okay, Walt Whitman, he is also the father of free verse, so he has written some of these works, and then you have to identify the work which is not written by Walt Whitman. Okay, so the answer is Hugh Sylvain Mowerly. Okay, so this work is not written by Walt Whitman. These are of course the work which is written by Walt Whitman, but this particular work is not written by him. So this will be your answer. Okay, next. Who is the main antagonist in the novel The Old Curiosity Shop by Charles Dickens, right? So give me a second. थोड़ा सा पानी पी लेते हैं. यस, ओके. सो यहाँ पे आपको बताना है कि जो नॉवल है द ओल्ड क्यूरियोसिटी शॉप बाय चार्ल्स डिकेंस, तो यहाँ पे जो एंटागनिस्ट है, हु इज़ द एंटागनिस्ट ऑफ द नॉवल? सो इट इज़ डैनियल क्विल्प. ओके, डैनियल क्विल्प इज़ द एंटागनिस्ट. नेक्स्ट. What is the name of the professor character in Pygmalion, right? So Pygmalion is a novel written by, yes, Pygmalion is a work written by G.B. Shaw, and then Henry Higgins is the professor in this very work, and then he falls in love with his own student, which is Eliza Doolittle. Next. Dash is the fictional city in the poem Kubla Khan. So Xanadu is the one. Xanadu is the fictional city in Kubla Khan. Next. Which of the following is not मुल्क राज आनंद ऑटोबायोग्राफिकल नैरेटिव? ओके, सो आपको यहाँ पे बताना है कि मुल्क राज आनंद का कौन सा ये वर्क, आउट ऑफ ऑल दिस वर्क, विच इज़ अ वर्क which doesn't have a autobiographical narrative, no? तो यहाँ पे है आपका 7 Summers, My Days, Morning Face, and then Confession of a Lover, right? सो आपको यहाँ पे जानना है कि ये जो भी जितना यहाँ पे वर्क है, these are all written by मुल्क राज आनंद, right? सो यहाँ पे which doesn't has a autobiographical element is My Days. Okay, so My Days is the answer, because My Days is not a work written by Mulk Raj Anand. The 7 Summers, Morning Face, Confession of a Lover, ये जो क्या है कि उसका जो ऑटोबायोग्राफिकल एलिमेंट वर्क था उसका अंदर आता है, बट माई डेज बोल के वर्क नहीं है जिसमें ही हैज़ कंट्रीब्यूटेड अबाउट हिज पर्सनल लाइफ. ही हैवंट स्पोकन अबाउट एनीथिंग इन दिस वेरी वर्क, एंड देन दिस इज़ अ वर्क रिटन बाय सम अदर राइटर, नॉट बाय मुल्क राज आनंद. नेक्स्ट. Okay, the character Dorothea Brooke appears in which of the following novels of George Eliot, right? So Dorothea Brooke, she is a character from The Middlemarch written by Mary Ann Evans, which is George Eliot. Next. Who is the only Australian writer honored with Nobel laureates in literature? So it is Patrick White. Next. Kurt Vonnegut's first novel, Player Piano, deals with what theme? यहाँ पे आपको बताना है कि ये जो वर्क है प्लेयर पियानो, इसमें ये जो कौन सा थीम कैरी करता है, राइट? सो इसमें ये जो क्या करते हैं कि ही टॉक्स अबाउट द नेगेटिव इम्पैक्ट ऑफ द टेक्नोलॉजी. ओके, सो दिस इज योर आंसर. नेक्स्ट. ओके, Friend albums The Wonderful Wizard of Oz portrays which of the following popular child character, right? So it talks about Dorothy, okay? Next. Okay, the time traveler in the time machine written by H.G. Wells goes to, right? So it goes back to AD 807 and 201. Next, the Nebula Award annually recognizes the best work of. So it recognizes the best work in science fiction, okay, science fiction, science novels. ओके आपको लाइन पढ़ना है एंड देन बताना है कि कौन सा वर्क का है. सो सी फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई वॉज नॉट एक्सपेक्टिंग दिस टाइप ऑफ वर्क्स फ्रॉम यू नो द कमीशन स्पेशली ऑन एस टी कॉलरेज बिकॉज यू नो एस टी कॉलरेज का बहुत सारा मेजर वर्क है, वहाँ से एक भी क्वेश्चन नहीं आया है. बट एक जो बहुत ही माइनर वर्क है विच इज़ ऑफन इग्नोर्ड, तो उस सेक्शन से क्वेश्चन पूछा है. सो लेट अस सी कौन सा वर्क का है. हर लिप्स वेर रेड, हर लुक्स वेर फ्री, her locks were yellow as gold, her skin was as white as leprosy, the nightmare life in death was she. So in ये कौन सा वर्क का लाइन है, राइट? सो इट इज़ टू अ यंग लेडी ऑन हर रिकवरी फ्रॉम अ फीवर. ओके, तो ये लाइन है जिसमें यू नो ही इज़ टॉकिंग अबाउट अ लेडी who is sick and then who is recovering from the fever. Okay, so he has written this work for her. So this is your answer. Next, who is the American writer and poet who criticized transcendentalism? Okay, so transcendentalism was a movement which was criticized by Edgar Allan Poe. Next, what is the name of the essay written by Ralph Waldo Emerson formulating and expressing the philosophy of transcendentalism? Okay, so it is self-reliance. Next, who is the author of Ode to the West Wind? So Ode to the West Wind is a very famous poem written by P.B. Shelley. Who is the first poet who used iambic pentameter verses in his poem? So it is of course Geoffrey Chaucer. Okay. Next, an elegy is so elegy is a poem which we usually write to mourn the death of someone, or for the loss of someone. So it is a mourning poem. Okay. A Monastery, a Romance, 1820, a historical novel by Walter Scott has how many volumes? So it has 4 volumes. Next question. Mac Plagno is a verse mock heroic satire written by John Dryden to directly attack. Okay, so it was written directly to attack Thomas Shadwell. Next, Christopher Marlowe belonged to which age? He belongs to the age where Shakespeare was also writing, right? So it is Elizabethan age. T.S. Eliot का जो poem है The Wasteland was published in which year? So I have spoken about this work so frequently. I have spoken about this work right before the exam also. So it is The Wasteland. It was in 1922. So ये आपका comprehension part है. This does not come under literature. ये आपका ये में आ जाएगा. It will come under English grammar section. So we won't be dealing with that today. Okay, next, the term metaphor refers to. Okay, so the term metaphor क्या के लिए रेफर करता है? So metaphor is a device जो आप किसके लिए यूज़ करते हैं जब आपको किसी का बारे कुछ चीज़ को लेके आपको एग्जाम्पल देना है एंड देन फेमिलियर सिचुएशन के साथ आपको एक्सप्रेस करना है, राइट? सो इट इज़ एन इलस्ट्रेशन ऑफ एन आइडिया बाय मीन्स ऑफ ए मोर फेमिलियर आइडिया. ओके, so this is your answer. Okay, the touchstone method of literary criticism was introduced by Matthew Arnold in his essay. Okay, so touchstone method जो है, he has spoken about this concept in his work The Study of Poetry, जहाँ पे he has spoken about touchstone method. Okay, when were Edmund Spenser The Fairy Queen published? Okay, so Fairy Queen जो है कब published हुआ था? Spenser का जो work है, so आपको ये बताना है कि जो first 3 book है वो कब publish हुआ था. Okay, सो ऑप्शन में क्या है? 1596, 1590, 1591, 1593, राइट? सो आपका जो फर्स्ट 3 बुक है वो पब्लिश हुआ था 1590 में. ओके, हु अमंग द फॉलोइंग इज अ मेटाफिजिकल पोएट? सो ऑफ कोर्स इट इज जॉन डन. Okay, which of the following is the last completed fictional work of Ernest Hemingway? Okay, so Ernest Hemingway का जो last fictional work हुआ that was The Old Man and the Sea. Who is a character who sold his wife Suzanne and the daughter Elizabeth Jane to the Richard Newson in Thomas Hardy's novel The Mayor of the Casterbridge, right? So it was Michael Henchard who sold his wife, in the fit of drunkenness. Okay. Next, a sonnet is a poetic form of dash with a set rhyming scheme, right? So it is a form of 14 lines poem. Who among the following is not a Victorian poet? Okay, so यहाँ पे Thomas Carlyle was a Victorian poet, Ruskin was a Victorian poet, Alfred Lord Tennyson was a Victorian poet, but Robert Southey, he was writing during the Romantic age, so he is your answer. Okay, Bikram Seth's work, The Two Lives, published in 2005, is marriage of his great uncle and aunt, right? So it's an example of which type of work? So it's a memoir. Okay, memoir का मतलब होता है कि आप अपना पर्सनल लाइफ से अगर कुछ कुछ रियलिटी क्लिप्स लेके उसको वर्क में लिखता है, सो दैट इज़ कॉल्ड मेमोयर, राइट? सो ये जो है एग्जांपल है मेमोयर का. नेक्स्ट, who is the winner of 2025 Nobel Prize in Literature? So it's Laszlo Krznor-Kia, right? So this is the one who has won the 2025 Nobel Prize. He was from Hungary. Okay, the title of the novel Nectar in a Sieve, written by Kamala Markanda, is taken from the poem Dash by Samuel Taylor Coleridge. So it is Work Without Hope. Who is the first winner of Janpat Award of Indian Writing in English, right? So it's Amitabh Ghosh. Next, who among the following South Asian writer who awarded the Shark Literary Award in 2023, right? So it is Chador Wangmo. Okay, he is from Bhutan, and then he was a person who was awarded with Shark Literary Award in 2023. Next, ambiguity. Okay, so this is from the grammar section. So this was it for today's video. Thank you for watching my video till the end.